She was going to school to pursue a degree in the medical field. I believe it was nursing. Yeah, she was a bright young girl. She went to Catholic school for high school. She was active in church, always at church. Her mom kept her in church. She kept her involved in the community, doing sports, all great things.
And to clarify, your relationship with the victim from yesterday, that was your cousin?
Yes, my youngest cousin, Zarrie.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, I just wanted to start by saying I'm so sorry about your loss. I just cannot even imagine how you and your family are doing and feeling right now. This is awful. Yeah. So, I mean, just to start off, can you tell me a little bit about just sort of how you're feeling right now and how the family is doing after learning really this shocking news?
Yeah, honestly, my emotions are all over the place. Because it's not the first time it's happened to me. I've actually lost another friend in Los Angeles who went off to college and got caught in random crossfire as well. So, you know, it hasn't hit me just yet, but I know that she's not here, and I think that's what hurts the most. And sorry, I don't know why I'm like stuttering. It's such a hard time. It's just we're in shock. That's all I can say. We don't expect anything like this to happen to her, especially because she was not involved with any gangs or people that were into stuff like that. And when I got the phone call, I'm actually out of town. I'm not at home. So when I heard the news, I couldn't believe it. I just spoke with her a few days ago, and to hear that she's gone and shot, it's unbelievable.
And you talk about how, you know, you've had other members of the family that maybe have been caught in the crossfire, and you talk about how, you know, your cousin was not involved in any kind of gangs, or she wasn't in the wrong crowds. You know, she's a good person.
She's only.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying she's only 19. She had her whole life ahead of her. Zarrie had a lot of potential to do great things. And I just feel for her mother, and I feel for her sister, because her father passed away a few years ago, and they're well known in Richmond. They help out in the community a lot. They're very active in their church. So to hear that, we don't have any words at all.
Unbelievable. So police are saying that they're investigating the possibility that this shooting may have been gang related. They don't have any clear 100% sure evidence just yet, since they don't know who the shooter was, but that's what they're telling me. So when you hear those things that they're investigating, that, you know, this could have been a drive-by gang related shooting, what is going through your mind?
So many things, and to say that she was at the wrong place at the wrong time is incorrect, because I know my cousin. For them to even assume that she had anything to do with gang related, or it being gang related, actually shocks me, because that means that someone she was hanging out with, or whoever these people were, they clearly had a motive. And unfortunately, my cousin was an innocent bystander and ended up being the only one there who got shot. So it's not adding up to us. Zarrie would never be involved with anything like that at all. And we're upset because we don't know anything about gangs from Sacramento. We come from Richmond. We don't know she doesn't know anybody out there except for a few of her friends from school. She was out there for school. So these are people that she met and hung around with, and it shocks me that someone is bold enough to come to a memorial and have a drive-by shooting. I think that these people, or whoever they may be, definitely knew who they were coming from and didn't care who was around.
It's just so awful. can you talk to me a little bit about, just focusing on your cousin, can you tell me a little bit about her, and sort of, you mentioned she was here in Sacramento for school. Talk to me a
Yeah.
little background about her.
Yeah, so Zarrie just recently started at Sacramento State. She was going to school to pursue a degree in the medical field. Um, I believe it was nursing. Yeah, she was a bright young girl. She went to Catholic school for high school. She was active in church, always at church. Her mom kept her in church. She kept her involved in the community, doing sports, all great things. Zarrie was not a bad kid. She was great.
And is she, police had mentioned that she's 18. Did you say that she's 19?
I believe she's 18. Sorry, my
Okay.
mom is saying she's 19, but no, Zarrie is only 18 years old.
And can you say and spell her first and last name for us?
Yes, Zarrie Allen, Zarrie, Allen, Allen.
Okay, perfect. And then I also wanted to just clarify really quickly. Are you, so her mother gave you permission to speak on this?
Yeah,
Sort of the family spokesperson per se?
yeah, because we want justice, and she deserves justice. And I really hope and pray that her story, like, opens up for people that this is not acceptable. You can't do things like this. People are trusting their children to leave the nest and return home. And if they never come home, that's like the most difficult thing a parent could go through. It is really scary. Like, I honestly fear that her mom is gonna really have second thoughts about sending her younger sister to school, because that was the only reason for her to be out there, was for school.
How long had she been living in Sacramento for?
For about a year. Yeah, for about a
Wow.
year, just about a year. It's not far from home, only an hour away from home. And it's interesting because she was actually supposed to come home yesterday, but she ended up calling and letting us know that she wasn't. She was gonna go out with her friends. So yeah.
Is there, and I think that there have been some questions about this. Is there, do you have any idea about the grave site that her and her friends were visiting? Do you know what connection that was, or who she may have been visiting?
We don't know
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
I know that she was with her boyfriend. I don't know if he was the intended target or if someone he was with, but I believe Zarrie had on her, yeah, they said she had on her headphones. She always has her headphones on, so I really think that's how she ended up getting shot, because she may have not been paying attention. But yeah, those headphones can be very dangerous too. So, but no one expects to get shot going to pay respect for someone else. It's unheard of.
And it's like, I was talking to one of our community advocates here in the Sacramento area, and he's like, you know, if we can't go to a cemetery to mourn the loss of our loved ones or a friend, you know, where can we go? Where are we safe, really?
Right. And it's just shocking because this happened a few years ago in Oakland, where the girl, she did a praise dance at a funeral for the boys who drowned, and right after the funeral there was some fight or something going on, and she got shot and killed too. And it's young girls, you know, knowing it's just unheard of.
So,
Yeah.
so just to go back to your point, because I think I may have talked over you just in the very beginning of what you were talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I cut out again.
Mhm.
Can you just go back over one more time about how you and your family would like to see justice in this case?
Yes, we need justice. We have to figure out, and if anybody knows anything, please speak up. That's all that we're asking. Our family deserves justice, and we will get justice.
Can you talk about just how you're feeling right now? I know that you must be just drained of all emotions right now. I
Yeah,
can't even imagine.
yeah, I'm in shock. I, I, we, like everyone keeps saying when they post, we don't have any words. No one expects this. No one expects this to happen to their family members, especially during a pandemic. And then it's like you're going to pay respect for someone and you end up losing your life. It doesn't make sense. Like the senseless violence has to stop.